Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. There's Wilson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now Gordon on first down. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It appears that they ran man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Into the hands of Patrick, left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders, nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I heard from guys and what I remember from
touchdown, Darren Waller.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Wilson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. On third down, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. To find Diablo, dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. These two teams all tied after one.
Here's Corliss Waitman now.
On the return, it's James. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Carr.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Mike Remmers, right tackle, called for the infraction.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 7. Brandon McManus, the kickoff coordinator.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This to Jacobs on the toss right. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The Raiders at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown. Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon, and he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game. Plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. James now to return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And they will take over first and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught out right by Renfro. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
I think it's easy said not many people expected 100 catches or 1,000 yards out of Hunter Renfro last season. But it's time to set those low expectations aside. He's one of the breakout players at receiver in the NFL and one of the better players at his position. Picks up a first down there for him on that play.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders will take the lead here, the final minute of the first half.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss. And never picked there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try to get him settled.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Wilson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Brandon McManus, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, now Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Carr now to throw.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it's his carry for Melvin Gordon.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
That's complete. It's Okuegbunam.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 16, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these going to be hot routes if they set some blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They get people.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a third and long.
Throwing is Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself caught.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Carr to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. James has got it, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Open man, that's Renfro. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Darius Phillips on the loose. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Carr to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson from the right hash, and this one just a chipping.